gonna be an incredible day. Definitely one of the most exciting days I've personally ever had in my life. This is like a moment that your life kind of builds up to. And in a few hours, we're gonna be driving home a car I never thought even possible I'd be able to drive. Anyway, let's just get to it. Let's hit the road and get down to Beverly Hills and get ourselves a cool car. Buying the Lamborghini. We are stopped in the Grapevine again. I've been in this car for about an hour and a half and it's still just surreal. There's no freaking beating that. Freaking construction lane things just about gave me a heart attack, man. This car definitely rides a little more stiff than I'm used to. This, you can feel every bump in the road. You can feel every gear shift. You can hear it behind you. It's a phenomenal experience. I'm just gonna go ahead and disregard this. Nothing to worry about at all. This is the Lamborghini way. 4 hours later, 230 or so miles in the car. This is the first time driving it, but yeah, we made it home. It's funny, the mileage we put on it this one trip was more mileage than the previous 2 owners combined. It was a 9-owner car, and it's kind of typical for these cars. 19,000 miles on it, so pretty decently low mileage for a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo. But the last 2 owners just kind of garaged it, and that was that. This was the exact spec that I wanted, like the white, black interior, red accents, red calipers, that kind of thing. It was the exact kind of car I've been looking for a while. And I honestly could not be happier. The smile on my face, just even the test drive with the dealer guy, everything was just an absolutely fantastic experience. Obviously, when you're buying something like this, you always have second thoughts, especially if you have 4 hours in the car going down there, you know, with the check in hand, ready to buy it and whatever. You always have, you know, just thoughts run through your head, rethinking everything, like, should I be doing this? Is it the right decision? But right when I walked through those doors, I knew it immediately. It was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life, because I had only seen pictures of it before, online pictures and whatnot, and some crappy video he sent me of it on his iPhone or whatever. But right when I saw this car the very first time in person, I knew it was the right decision. And just the whole professionalism, it's just a whole different ball game buying a car like this. If you walk into a Chevy dealership and whatnot, they have to like haggle you and negotiate you to death trying to get like a $20,000 car. But I walked in that dealership and it was just a whole different story. They actually respect you and stuff. When you walk in a different Chevy dealer, Ford dealer, whatever, and they just want to get you out the door, a whole different experience with this one. It was such an incredible experience. But yeah, dude, I'm super excited. This, again, is a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo. They ceramic coated it with like an aero grade ceramic coat, put some brand new Pirelli P0 tires on it, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. Ran flawlessly. I did get one, like an error code, like a check engine light on the way home, but that's just the Lamborghini way. I just gotta get used to it, I guess. But honestly, it'll probably go away next time I start the car up. Hopefully. I drove it like 120 or 130 miles or something with the check engine light on, so I doubt it's anything big. And so far, I could not be happier with this purchase. I mean, just out the window of cars, you'd see people's phones coming out and all kinds of stuff. It's just such a great experience to see people just light up when they see a Lamborghini and they point and everyone's like, oh shoot, there's a Lamborghini and whatnot. And I'm the exact same way. If I see a supercar, I just have to watch it like until it disappears all the way down the road. People could be having a real crappy day and then they see a Lamborghini and it makes it just that much better, you know? And it's just such a great experience seeing people light up like that. Yeah, so that's it. Let's get you guys on a first person drive. I still need to get acclimated, accustomed to this car. But it's actually not that bad. The E-gear transmission is hated a little bit, but it just is so raw and so untamed. It's like as unrefined of a car as they could have made it, just for speed, just for handling and whatnot. It really does make you appreciate all of your other cars. You jump in them and they're just so comfortable. Like even an old Civic would probably feel like a luxury car after riding in that thing.
Probably gonna make this test drive pretty short because it's hilariously hot out here today. So this first generation of Gallardo is as race focused as humanly possible. You have no convenience in here at all. No buttons on the steering wheel, no cruise control. It's a very bumpy, very raw ride. This model is a 2008, so it's the last year of this exact like body style generation. So it does have the nice features like the front end lift for going over bumps. It does have the updated screen because it is a later model of the first gen Gallardo. But that's enough talk. Let's get you guys on actual drive of this thing and show you how it does. Obviously you've seen these on YouTube all the time, but I am personally excited. There's nothing like driving a freaking Lamborghini. I had never even sat in a Lamborghini. When I was headed down there, I had never sat in a Lamborghini. I had heard a lot of reviews that this is definitely not made for 6-foot people and over. I'm 6'3", so I was pretty concerned that I would hate the car, and it was pretty much a done deal by the time we got down there. So, but I have just enough room in it, so that's perfect. It is not helmet friendly when you're 6'3", that is for sure. Oh, dude, there is legit nothing like this car. Obviously, this is the first Lamborghini I've been in, so I have no real opinion on the matter based on Lamborghinis and how they feel and stuff. But this is just so raw. This is so raw. This is the E-gear transmission, so it just slams into gears, and it's just as, again, unrefined as possible, just as a race car. And it crackles between gear shifts and everything. Oh, dude. This thing is such a blast to drive. It's not a blast to drive over, 3 or 4 hours in the car, but still, even if it beats you up a little bit, you gotta remember, you're driving a Lamborghini, and you just gotta be grateful, okay? You have to be grateful if you're in this car. So the first time I drove this was legitimately, this is the first time I had been in a Lamborghini. So when we were going on a test drive in the crowded streets of freaking Beverly Hills, you got all kinds of a-holes down there. If you guys have never been to Los Angeles area, no one cares about you. I almost got in like 2 accidents just on the test drive. The guy didn't mind. He's like, dude, that's how everybody drives around here. Like, I get it. But it was absolutely insane. And then once it was my car, there was, the nerves were real just trying to get out of that place. But overall, a great experience. Once I got on the freeway for the 230-mile trip, I was getting the hang of it, and it was kind of just a smooth sailing from there. But anyway, this is the e-gear transmission. The Gallardos also were sold with a manual as well, and most people don't like the e-gear transmission. It's kind of like an automatic, but it's like a simulated manual. Like, you have to use the paddle shifters. You get in the car, start it, and then put it into first gear through here. There's no shifter or stick or anything to change through the gears. It's all done with the paddle shifters and the reverse button over here if you need to go in reverse. So it feels just like a manual transmission. When you're shifting gears, you can feel the clutch engaging and whatnot. If you put it into first, before you even step on the gas, there's no creep because the clutch hasn't engaged at all. So you have to push the gas and you can feel the clutch engaging. It's a very manual experience, but apparently it eats clutches like no other. So a lot of people upgrade these clutches once the OEM one goes out to a Kevlar one or a ceramic clutch or something that will last definitely a lot longer than the original OEM clutch. So I might have to do that at some point. They had no clutch life data for me, so I don't even know you know, how it's supposed to feel really. So until it goes out, I'm just gonna drive it. All right, let's give you guys a something. We're at 90. No way, dude. Oh man, this thing puts smiles on your face, man. It's something else. And just the looks you get from people and everything is just so much fun. I already said it, but it's not about the attention for me. It's when you see people just glowing when they see a Lamborghini, and there's, you know, dads pointing to their kids like, look kids, so there's a Lamborghini right there, that's a special car or whatever. It's just so cool to see that kind of stuff, you know? And honestly, it just feels so good after working for so long and so hard in the shadows without anybody seeing the amount of hours I've been putting in for like 6 years or 7 years or something. It just feels so good to be sitting in the seat that you bought in your Lamborghini. There's just something about it. And I know on YouTube this is just so overdone. Lamborghinis are nothing special to anybody, but it just feels so good sitting here after all the work I've put in, knowing that I can mash through 6 Lamborghini gears however fast I want. And yeah, it's just something else, dude. Oh man, I can't wait to get a new exhaust on this thing and actually start modding it. It's such a cool car, man. Such a cool car. I know it's not, you know, the latest and greatest. I love Stradman's life. I love James. That guy is an amazing guy. He's been a huge inspiration for me, but I'm kind of just like where he was at the beginning of his journey. And it's such a great feeling. I know he's got all the latest supercars and they're basically just toys to him, but there's just so much pride behind getting your first Lamborghini. And this model has the Alcantara steering wheel, has a couple little things that were, I guess, like additions. I don't really know. It doesn't have cup holders at all. To go with the convenience thing, it doesn't have any cup holders at all. So I actually got some off of like Amazon that you can kind of wedge in between the seat. They actually work. So, but yeah, there's really nothing fancy about this. It's literally all manual, no convenience things anywhere. Besides seat heaters, we do have seat heaters though, so that's good. And you got air conditioning, so how about that? Even the headlights you activate manually. There's no automatic headlights on it. Legit, anything that you think might be automatic is probably manual in this car. This car really makes you appreciate all your other cars because it just rattles you around, but it's such a good experience at the same time. But it's nothing you would jump in if you want a comfortable, smooth ride if you're going somewhere. Most people think that a Lamborghini is like the pinnacle of luxury car and like an all-around awesome fast car that everybody wants to own, but really the reality is you get into it, it's so low to the ground that you freaking slam into the seat, and then you have no headroom, and then it's a very just bumpy ride the whole time, and it's very manual. You have to focus on what you're doing. You can't really drink drinks. You can't do any of that stuff. So if you're trying to get yourself, you know, all the way up to a Lamborghini and everything, just remember that there's more comfortable cars out there if you're looking for like a comfortable and fast car. The S-Class is a very fast car, and it's extremely comfortable, and it definitely is fun to take, but it's just not this experience. So anyway, that's how it drives. How about that?
that's pretty much it. I do have something for next video. I'm gonna be installing it tonight, hopefully, but I got a full titanium exhaust for this thing. The cheapest one I could find on eBay. Hopefully it's halfway decent, but I've never had a titanium exhaust before, and apparently that's where it's at for Lamborghinis and stuff. So here it is. This box is incredibly light, so you know it's titanium. Being cheap on eBay, I wasn't sure, you know, like if they'd actually sent a full titanium exhaust, because it was only like $2,100 for this, which is really not bad, you know, being a Lamborghini exhaust. So this is a Top Speed Pro full titanium Gallardo exhaust. It does come with the valves, so you have like the stock valve function, which is good because apparently it'll not throw a check engine light, because if this weren't here, apparently you have to like tune the car or something so it doesn't throw a code. So this is good, and it'll be nice and quiet when you know, first start it up or whatever. But it's gonna be freakishly loud probably, no matter what, but especially with the valves open. It's a straight pipe with the valves open, so when you get over like 4,000 RPM or something, it will freak and scream. So, but this is less than 10 pounds, this whole thing. The stock exhaust is 65 pounds. 65 pounds, that's like, it's like 55 pounds of weight reduction. And plus it'll breathe easier with this, so yeah. Apparently it adds like 12 horsepower just by opening up the exhaust. So I'm excited, dude. It'll sound amazing. Full titanium exhaust. I don't know what the difference is. I'll just trust that this is, in fact, titanium and not stainless steel. Stainless steel, I feel like, would be heavier than this. I'm gonna slap it on there. I'm gonna pull that Lambo in here and get to work. Hey buddy, you wanna go meet a new friend? Yeah? Come on, I told him all about you. I told him all about you. Come on, don't be shy. Good boy.